The shoes under the bed on the other side have not moved in 4 years. You know the exact angle they are sitting at. One is turned slightly in, the way a foot leaves it. You have vacuumed around them. So I will ask what you are keeping in that small square of floor. Keep this playing. There is something about that side of the room I have never said to you. You have not looked under there in months. You checked last Tuesday. You did not check to see if they were there. You knew they were there. You checked to see whether looking still did what it used to do. Do not turn this off here. I am not going to ask you for those shoes. There is an inventory in that house, and you did not write it down, and you could walk me through it tonight in the dark. The razor on the second shelf, the reading glasses in the drawer by the lamp, folded. The coat on the third hook, which is not in the way of anything, which is why nobody has mentioned it. The mug you have never once used. You have never shown that inventory to anyone. So let me begin with the thing everyone else gets wrong about that room. They mean well. They tell you that there is no timetable for this, and then they watch the calendar on your behalf. Somebody asked, gently, in the spring, whether you had thought about the wardrobe. You said you would get to it. You were not lying. You were buying a week. Here is the first true thing. I am not going to tell you it is time. Those shoes are not evidence of anything wrong with you. They are not denial, and they are not a shrine. Nobody in the history of the world ever got stuck on a pair of shoes. I do not measure people by their floors, not even to tidy an evening. Everyone around you is quietly waiting for a sign of progress. I am not looking for one. So we will start from the true position instead of the encouraging one. 4 years is not long. It is simply the amount of time that has passed, and it has no opinion about you. And there is something underneath that room that nobody has named for you. I will come to it. You are not afraid of forgetting him. That is what you tell people, and it is not the fear. Because you could not forget him if you tried, and some days you have almost tried. You are afraid of the day the missing goes quiet, not the day you stop loving him, the day it stops being loud enough to feel like company. Because at the moment, the missing is the last thing in the house that still has him in it. It is warm, it hurts, and it is warm, and you would not hand it over to anyone. You are afraid that if you move the shoes, the room agrees with everyone else. And then, you are not a wife with a husband who is elsewhere. You are a category, on a form, at a desk. There is one more layer under it, and it is the one I want. Stay with it. That fear is honest, and it deserves an answer rather than a hand on the arm. Here is the second true thing. You have applied a rule to yourself that you have never once applied to another living soul. Think of the woman you sat with, the one whose husband went first, years before yours. She kept his chair. She talked about him in the present tense at coffee, and 1 year she still had not moved the boots by the back door. Did you think she was failing? Answer that before I go on. You did not. It never entered your head. You would have been furious on her behalf. Then you came home and started running a clock on yourself. You have been running it for 4 years, and you have never once heard it out loud. That is not strength. It is a double standard, and it is the cruelest one in that house, and you are the only person it is pointed at. If there is something in your house you have not moved, type Amen below. You do not have to say what it is. I want to say where this actually shows up, because it is never the big things. It is the second mug, taken down out of habit, and put back before the kettle boils. It is saying we, and hearing it land in the room, and correcting it to I, for the benefit of somebody who did not notice. It is walking on the left side of the pavement, out of a habit you did not know you had, until there was nobody on the right. It is the pillow, still there, plumped, most weeks, for no one. It is the letter from the bank, with both names on it, which you have not corrected, because correcting it takes a phone call in which you have to say the sentence out loud to a stranger. It is the church car park, and the space nearest the door that you no longer take, because it was only ever the nearest space for two. One of those is yours. You did not have to hunt for it. I will come back to the worst of them before the end, and it is none of those 5. Put the inventory down for a minute. It is kept for 4 years, and it will keep a little longer. Breathe with me here. In. The room is not a verdict. Out. And nobody is timing me. In. He is not waiting on my wardrobe. Out. And I am not late. Now look at 2 people in the book who walked 7 miles with the one they were grieving and did not know it was him. They were on the road out of the city, going over the last few days between them, the way you go over yours. He came alongside and asked what they were discussing, and they stopped walking, and their faces were sad. He did not tell them they had grieved too long. It had been 3 days. He did not tell them it had been long enough, and he did not tell them it had been no time at all. He walked at their speed, 7 miles, at the speed of 2 people who had been crying. And when they came near the village, he acted as though he would go further, and they said the thing I want you to hear tonight. Stay with us, because it is toward evening, and the day is far spent. They did not say it beautifully. They said it the way you say it, at the door, with your coat half off, and he went in. They knew him at the table, not by his face, by his hands, doing an ordinary thing they had watched him do 100 times, with bread. Notice what part of him they recognized, not the argument on the road, not the scripture, a gesture, at a table, in a house, at the end of a day. You already know this. It is not the photograph that gets you. It is the way somebody in a shop holds a door with the flat of their hand. So, let me be the one who says the rest of it. That recognition did not require them to have finished grieving first. They were still sad at the table. They were sad, and they were sitting with him at the same time, in the same room, on the same evening. Let me come into your house now. One of these is yours. To the one who still cooks for 2 and freezes the second portion. You have a freezer with a small archive in it. You have told yourself it is efficient. Hear this. It is not stupid, and it is not sad. It is a hand still setting a place. To the one who talks to him in the car, out loud, at junctions, about the traffic. You have checked the mirror once to see whether anybody at the lights could tell. There is nothing wrong with you. 2 more after this. Stay for them. To the one who has kept his number in the phone. You know what it would do to see the name gone from the list. Nobody has asked about it, because nobody scrolls through your phone. Keep it. There is no rule about a list of names. To the one who has started dreading the anniversary in February, more than the day itself, and who spends 3 weeks bracing for a date that then just passes like a Tuesday. The bracing is the part nobody sees, and the bracing is the harder half. To the one who has begun to feel it fading, and is more frightened by that than by any of it. You came here tonight because of that, not because of the shoes. I know. I will get to it. There is one more under all 5, and it is the reason I brought up the room at all. Because for 4 years you have done a job in that house that nobody has thanked you for. Here is the 3rd thing. You are the last person alive who knows him. Not knew, knows. You are the only one who still holds how he took his tea, what he was like in a waiting room, the noise he made getting out of a low chair, the joke he ruined every single Christmas on purpose. Nobody else has that. Not his brother. Not the children, who have their own version, and it is a smaller one. It is in you, and it is nowhere else in the world. Stay with that. It matters at the very end. and you have been keeping that room the way it is, because a room is easier to keep than a memory. You are not preserving him. You are helping yourself carry him, and you found a way to do it with furniture. That is not a weakness. That is the most practical thing anyone in this story has done. And now the question you asked at the beginning. What are you keeping in that square of floor? Here is the answer, and it is about the shoes. It is not encouragement, and it is not a nicer word for stuck. It is a difference in kind. You have been treating that floor as a decision you keep failing to make. It was never a decision. A decision has two sides, and a cost on both. That floor has no cost on either side. The shoes are not holding him here, and moving them would not send him anywhere. They have no power at all. That is not a criticism of them. It is the reason you are allowed to keep them for as long as you like. 40 years of marriage is not stored under a bed. It is not stored in a coat on a hook or a mug in a cupboard. Those things are reminders, and reminders are for you, and you are allowed to keep as many as you need for as long as you need them. What you are keeping in that square of floor is not him. He is not in the shoes, and he was never in the shoes. What you are keeping there is an open door, and a door does not decide anything. It only stays open. Hold that. There is one more turn in it. Breathe with me once more. In. The door is allowed to stay open. Out. And nothing is waiting on me to close it. In. I am the last one who knows him. Out. And that is not a burden. That is a post. Come back tomorrow and the day after. A house does not stop being quiet because one evening went well, and I am not going to pretend otherwise. There will be a new message here every single day. Subscribe and turn on the bell so this voice is in the room on the evenings when it gets loud again. Before I go, there is the thing about that door. I have not explained it. Look at the golden light along the floor now, coming in low, the way it does at the end of a day. Notice that it does not stop at the edge of the bed. It goes under it. It has been going under there every clear evening for 4 years, and it has never once needed you to move anything. Follow it along the boards as far as your eyes go. It is not looking for what you have kept. It is not taking an inventory. It has never taken one anywhere I am. And a doorway of warm light standing open at the far end. You have imagined arriving there one day and having to explain the room, the wardrobe, the 4 years. You have half prepared the sentence. That is not what is waiting. Nobody is going to ask you about the wardrobe. There is no inspection at that door, and there never has been. And the coat on the hook is not on any list held anywhere. Now the thing I held back. It is about those shoes, and it is not what you have spent all evening bracing for. Here it is. You have been waiting for me to ask you to let him go. I am not going to ask you that. I never have, of anyone. You have been carrying it as though love were a thing you had to hand in at a desk before you were allowed to be well, as though there were a queue and a form, and a man who would tell you that you had held on too long. There is no such desk, and the missing you are so afraid of losing is not a debt you are paying. It is the shape a person leaves when they were really there. It is the size of him, in you. Keep the shoes, or do not keep them. Move them in March, or never. I am not counting, and he is not waiting on it, and neither of those two things has anything to do with whether you see him again. And here is the part I actually held back, and it is not about the floor. You said he is on the other side of the bed. You have said it for 4 years without hearing it. He is not on the other side of anything, not of the bed, and not of some distance you have been trying to keep small enough to reach across. There is one more thing I have not told you, and it is not about that room. It is about a date on the kitchen calendar that has not been circled for 4 years, and it is not his. It is yours. Not tonight. Tomorrow. Come back, and I will tell you what I think about the day you stopped marking. You are loved. You are seen. You are mine.